All right, excuse the audio, Brother Al at your service. I'm back for a Happy New Year. This is my first time appearing this year. Thank God I got the ability to say so, right? Everybody ain't crossed that threshold and people falling off right at the beginning too, right? So, but we thank God for good health and strength around here. Let me tell you something. We've heard the story of the children of Israel in the wilderness, but they left out something. And not that they left it out. We've just been reading over it and maybe we just glaze over at a certain part of the story because we know it so well. Hold fast. Take yourself to Psalms 106, right? Take yourself to Psalms 106, and I want you to do this. Go down to verse 12. Listen to what I'm telling you. Then believed they his words. They sang his praise. They soon forgot his works, right? They waited not for his counsel, but lusted exceedingly in the wilderness and tempted God in the desert. And he gave them their request, but sent leanness unto their souls. That'll preach right there. Think about this. They believed his words. They believed. It didn't say they were in unbelief, disbelief. They then believed they his words. They sang his praise. Could you imagine believing when God singing his praises? But then soon after something else happens, then you forget what God has done for you in the past. And but not only forgetting, but you don't wait on God to counsel you concerning the new issue or the repeat issue that you forgot, because God is so good to us. Like, we can forget the time that we had as if this is the worst time of our lives, because all the other worst times, he's been so good to us, we forget all the other worst times before. And this is the first worst time in our life. We looking like this. Right? So, but it said they lusted exceedingly in the wilderness. They wanted what they wanted. Dear friend, don't you want what you want so bad? Don't lust after it with extreme desire to the point that God say, all right, right? Don't let the prosperity doctrine and all these other teachings cause you to go after other things in such a way that God say, all right. And then what they don't tell you is that if you keep going after something and going after it and going after it, you gonna get it. They're right. You're gonna get it. You want that Benz? You ain't got Benz grace. You act funny when you win it, but you in it. But God sent leanness into their soul. So yeah, you got that Mercedes and everything the prosperity doctrine says you should have. And you're the head and not the tail. You got everything you wanted and you desired, but you didn't have the grace for it. So therefore, God says what? Last thing you want is God to bless you with what you think you want, because you press and weary him so that he send leanness into your soul. So you desire less and less of the things that actually make you qualified for heaven. And all you want is more and more of what you want. Don't make God send leanness into your soul because of these goofy doctrines out here got you thinking gain is godliness, and that when you're not gaining, you're not being blessed, and the demons are. When you're not gaining, then something must be wrong, because you losing. They did that that's that same spirit that was running down Job with his people. Imagine if God's the last thing you want is God to send leanness unto your soul. This is your warning. Brother Al at your service. Oh God.